Hello everyone, this is Baduk, and I think there's a new 1Q game. A little tired today, but we'll just have to see how it goes. See what they're gonna play.
The game has
Okay, I might have a
started.
game. It looks like I am black. Let's 144134 today. Oh, interesting. I think I'll just enclose my corner. They're reducing. Okay. So then the next biggest move is usually to approach or enclose a 3-4, 5-4, or 3-5, any of those sorts of things. So I'm gonna play the 3-3 here because I'm playing a 1 Dawn, not just a 1Q. And I guess I have two options. I could push here. He connects, then I push, and it's sort of like a 3-3. I think I'd be fine with that. I could Hane. If he extends and I do this and he blocks, it feels a little awkward for me, so I think I want to extend. Turn it into a 3-3 Joseki. And just Hane. See what he decides to do. Oh, he just wants to extend. I think I will push at least one time. Because he does have this potential influence here. So it could be good for me to go into the bottom left, but the top has a lot of potential for both sides. So the more modern move to play would be like this Knight's Move Enclosure, because you're just taking points and reducing. So I think you could also extend further. I think I'll do the large knight just for fun. That way, if he does the shoulder hit here, I can push up and get a larger corner. Ah. So here, with this high enclosure that I played, the large knight move is the perfect extension to secure the corner. So it always feels good to play this move, regardless of what even he chooses here. And he did not try to ask for too much. So I want to prevent him from jumping into the corner and secure my corner a little bit. Wow, he's just going to be nice and simple. I like that. Very calm. I'm probably not able to attack him very well now. I do have this weakness here that he can invade. So I could try to pressure a little bit and fix it, but I think I'm not going to worry. I think now is the time to go into the bottom left area. Just approaching to keep it simple. Yeah, I think I'm probably just going to take the corner. If I jump out, it's hard for me to fight against the center, right? So I'm just going to take the corner. Black has all four corners, right? So black should resign. Isn't that how that works? Oh, he's blocking on this side. Interesting. I think I'm going to play the old variation. Or maybe not the old variation. I was thinking I'll still extend down. Oh. Can I Hane here? So normally I'd want to wedge here and connect, and he extends, which allows me to get an invasion here because of the shape point on these stones. But if I can Hane here, and he extends and I connect, that would break his shape really nicely. If he cuts, then I can push through the middle. And if he wedges here, I connect. But he does have some cutting points that he can try to get and try to attack me with. So I guess I will just wedge. But this makes me alive, and he has some cutting points on the outside that I can try to take advantage of. He doesn't really have a lot of points right now, and his entire idea here is looking to be the center to get all of his points. So I could just continue to take points myself, or I could do something like the shoulder hit to prevent the center from becoming something. I think that's a possibility. There's also a big move on the top. If he plays this jump here, do I feel like he's getting a lot of points? Maybe. Maybe. I could argue that. Let's do the shoulder hit here. I think after the jump, it sort of fixes some of the Aji on this side. So I think the shoulder hit will also allow me to use some of this. So he's being very aggressive, so maybe he thinks he's behind, which is possible. I do have a lot of corner. But looks like I can often just play here, which gets rid of all of his territory. And if he goes towards the center, I can Hane here and be very close to living. Like so. Could even push again. I could even cut here. If he Ataris me this way and pushes, he doesn't have enough liberties here. And if he Ataris me up, there's nothing there. So it looks like I can just cut this. I think he had to probably jump or extend again. I just extend, and he doesn't have enough liberties to do anything to my group. Just need to stay solid. Ah, he resigned. That was a really quick game. No, I don't think I will play a second one. I think I'll leave it as a quick game and see how it goes. Let's just review this one and talk about how I feel he could have tried to use this a little bit better. So I think this sort of move was a good idea. The idea or the strategy that white is trying to employ here is that they takes the normal big opening move, and then when black plays in the upper left corner, usually this move is the most common, they have some sort of trick or very well-researched Joseki position here for them to get a lot of influence. And let's just do this to play a simple thing to give white a lot of influence. Now, when they come over here, they have an extension on the bottom, and they have this wall, and you're going to have to do something. And there are some like actual tricks with attaching and Hane. Like there's a lot of other stuff with this 4-4 point, or this 5-4 point. So one of the best ways, I think, in dealing with this, because it is good to approach right away. I got a game request. Anyway, so while it is good to approach right away, the approach I often suggest is a 3-3, because it's hard for white to get exactly what they want here, because they very likely wanted influence towards the bottom left side, but instead they are likely to get influence towards the top side, unless they fight really hard in the area to do like this sort of kick and jump sort of thing. But in this case, it's very bad for them. They have a lot more weakness in the shape. So understanding that strategy, if you're not comfortable going into the upper left corner, you could just approach here and that would be okay. At the very least, you still need to try to play the right type of big move. Like this enclosure here would be really good for white because they already have an extension. So taking away the enclosure is one of the really big moves on the board. And the other really big move is preventing white from enclosing on the top left. So in this case, white was not able to... There we go. White was not able to get the influence facing the bottom left side of the board, which sort of makes the board awkward. And white should have most definitely left this position and probably approached the upper right to try to change his strategy now that it's not going to work the way he wanted it to. But after white extends here, I would say that the game is probably close to over after I get this sort of reduction move and very nice growing move for my own area. And when I say the game is over, I mean the game is very much favoring black at this point, and it would be very difficult for black to lose as long as you stay solid in this game. And then there's just one last thing I want to talk a little bit about in the bottom left here that we saw at the end of the game. And while this cut worked for me, I want to discuss why this is generally a bad idea to do. So let's say, let's give white 2 extra moves here. Let's give white this one to protect the cutting points here, make white very thick. And I'll just solidify my points. And then let's add some sort of strength here, which we can say prevents the cutting point. We can hope it prevents the cutting point. Let's do this. There we go. Cutting point should be prevented now. It might be too much, but it's not too big of a deal for now. When white attacks from the center like this, is that this Hane here is very, very big. If they extend back, and you push and they block, this is why this might be too much, because there's a lot of strength here. But let's say they just block like this, right? After you've played a move like this, you're very, very close to just being alive locally. White can kill you here, but you also have moves like this one. And you have a slide that goes even further. And you have attachments and trying to come out, right? So it just depends on what you're able to accomplish with the moves that are around. But it's actually extremely difficult for this group to die. I think I played this in one of my 5Q games as well. So just remember, even if you're not very confident about it, you can always push down when they try to do this sort of knight's move thing. Of course, if they push up here, you don't want to push down because of the liberty issue that you have. And the reason why the knight's move doesn't end up helping white very much is because when you push down here, you still have a lot of liberties. And that's what makes it easy for this sort of group to live. But especially when your opponent has all this weakness here. I could probably just play right in the middle here. They fix, I could just Hane or pull back. I'm probably just alive directly. They still have to fix from the outside to make sure I don't get out. They still have this weakness on the other side. It's a little bit too much, which is why this sort of descend generally requires white to back off. And then black can still jump out towards the center. So the group can be a little bit more heavy, but the cost for white is significantly more in that they gave up any potential points on the bottom. And this group on this board, for example, is ending up as a potential weak group. So they still need to make a base on this side eventually, unless they can attack me in a severe enough way, which seems a little difficult. So I hope you guys actually enjoyed this game, even though it was a bit of a short one. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you're having a good day. Have fun.